others who recovered from similar experiences without being psychologically scarred. The anger and confusion caused by a pivotal event such as child abuse in one's life can be more damaging than the event itself. These disturbing experiences become a subconscious excuse to get revenge on society, as these individuals lose the ability to empathize and consider other human beings in real flesh and blood terms. This helps them ignore the consequences of their actions, which, in turn, makes it easier for them to take the lives of others. Recognizing the red flags before these people become ice-cold killers is more important in the long term than whether they're sentenced to death or serve life in prison. Until recently, I'd concluded that the twisted yet eloquent serial killer Hannibal Lecter from The Silence of the Lambs was a fanciful concoction that in no way related to reality. But as I became more immersed in researching serial killers of Mexico, I discovered that one of this troubled nation's most notorious such murderers actually helped provide the template for Lecter's character traits. While we may have a single idea of the kind of person who becomes a serial killer, they really do come in all shapes and sizes. It's not my intention to provide any excuses for these killers, though. I just hope that by uncovering their often sad and tragic lives, it might be possible to prevent others from evolving into being the psychopaths of the future. Prologue. Inside the Inferno. A chilling cross-section of serial killers have emerged across Mexico in recent years. Some are psychopathic loners, others are professional narco assassins, and many appear to have been driven to kill by their misogyny, which is still, as with many other countries, deeply ingrained in the public consciousness. But what turned Mexico into what it has become today? Many claim that centuries of colonialism and widespread corruption forced this proud country onto its knees. While many aspects could be blamed, there is a burning inferno within Mexico's more recent past that's undoubtedly lit the torch that has tainted this entire nation. At least 500,000 Mexicans have lost their lives as a result of this country's ongoing war with drug cartels over the past 3 decades. There is nowhere else on earth where professional criminals have so drastically altered the emotional landscape of a country. These crime gangs have mercilessly held the entire country to ransom, and in many ways have arguably normalized other types of murders by showing citizens that life is cheap. The pressure, both from the international community and from its own government, that is piled on Mexican law enforcement to stamp out the drug cartels has left a huge void that serial killers and other opportunistic killers have gratefully stepped into. When the drug cartels first emerged in the late 1980s, they were actually seen by many as the twisted saviors of the nation's economy, as Mexico became a thriving transport hub for trillions of dollars worth of narcotics traveling north into the US. But Mexico's law-abiding citizens soon found themselves caught in the middle of a cycle of violence, fueled by these cartels. And as the months turned into years, many would die at the hands of these narco-criminals, who were fighting for territory and sending murderous warnings out to the authorities, as well as their enemies. Not even the armed forces have been able to muster enough strength to destroy the narcos in their midst. In recent years, the cartels have forced soldiers and other military units out of their territory thanks to their immense firepower. The cartels' biggest weapon, though, is money. They've used vast amounts of cash to corrupt almost every corner of public life, often buying off politicians to ensure they can break the law with impunity, and bribing army and police chiefs to enable them to continue their illicit activities uninterrupted. These narcos frequently launch their own recruitment drives, specifically targeting Mexico's poorer citizens, who are so often jobless and desperate to feed their families. This has resulted in newly emboldened gangsters who quickly learned that cartel money can buy them just about anything. And if anyone upsets them, they can hire a professional killer for just a few $100s or do the job themselves without fear of arrest or imprisonment. By the time the Mexican government got around to setting up paramilitary anti-narco units in the mid